Faces.
So I want to thank my friends for coming tonight, and I'm really excited for Sarah to share some of these amazing products. I had cancer, and I went on a health journey, and that's why I started using green cleaning products. And but shortly after I started using those, I started using doTERRA oils, and I have used them faithfully for 13, 14 years now. I know friends like to room with me because my room smells like a spa, I've been told, when we go on trips. But I am now taking some of the other products, and some of my family is too, and we're all noticing a great improvement in our health and whatever our issues are. And I can get in more detail if you want me to do that, Sarah.
I'll
Um,
call on you in a little bit in the
okay,
presentation to share a testimonial. So that's perfect.
okay,
Thanks.
Lisa.
I'm Lisa, and I want to thank everybody for tonight as well. I also have was diagnosed with breast cancer and had my surgery, removed the cancer. I have started the doTERRA products. I started about a year ago when Cindy introduced me to them. So I was taking the what is that the
Collagen.
collagen. Yes, I was taking the collagen, and I've always been into the oils, but I had not always used DoTerra oils, so I've got into them. And then once I had my diagnosis with cancer, I started using other products where I totally have noticed the difference of healing. I've used frankincense on my incision, which has really helped my incision heal, and the other products that we'll get into that I really feel have been helpful in not making me tired, like which is one of the side effects of the radiation. So Friday will be 2 weeks post radiation. So I feel like I'm doing just great.
You are.
That's fantastic. That's great, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. And thank you for coming to this workshop. I'm actually going to share. My name is Sarah Shoemaker. I am one of the leaders on Team Live Free, and I'm going to be sharing our presentation tonight called Foundational Health Workshop. And we do these presentations as a team all the time, and we also do them individually for small groups of ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to hit slideshow, and hopefully y'all can see everything that we're doing. So if this is something that you're like, you know what, this information is really valuable, and I would love to host a workshop myself, talk with Cindy or Lisa, and we will get you hooked up and do a presentation just like this one for you and your friends, and you'll get some great rewards as well. So, foundational health and wellness. doTERRA is the world leader in essential oils, but did you know that doTERRA's top selling products, number one and number two, are actually our supplements for foundational health and wellness? So, even though we're the world leader in essential oil, I think 7 times over, our top selling products are our supplements. I think that's pretty cool. Our goal in these workshops is to educate on a wellness lifestyle. We want to look at current research and the current wellness landscape, and we're going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that would be cruel if we didn't have any solutions for you, just showing you what's going wrong with our current wellness landscape. So we have some great solutions for you as well. We want to empower you with those solutions and support you and your family, giving you hope for your health. And that is our goal. At the end of the day, we want you to have hope for your health. So just tackling a couple housekeeping items. This presentation is going to be 30 to 40 minutes long. Feel free to grab a pen and paper to take notes because there's going to be quite a bit of information shared. And at the end of the class, we will do a 15-minute overview of the doTERRA business opportunity, and you're welcome to stay for that. I would encourage you to do that. Or if you need to go for time's sake, then that is okay as well. Now, we're going to actually start our presentation thinking about cars of all things. So, if you were given one car that had to last you for your entire life, so the day you got your license, you were given the choice of a car and it had to last you your entire life. If you knew that it had to last you for the rest of your life, which of these cars would you pick? Pop that in the chat, or you can feel free to say it out loud. if you're not a chat person.
Well,
And go ahead. I don't know if it's hard for me to see the chat. Okay, C. Gail's a C girl. She's yep, I am too. Give me the Escalade, right? Go big or go home. All right, now I want you to think your number two or B
no,
or
no, no. I mean, we're both C's.
yes.
Sorry.
We're all going to be like Cadillacing on the road. Lisa, how about you?
I do the C as well. Might as well take the
Okay,
Cadillac.
let's go.
Yeah,
All right.
good case, women.
All right. Now that I want you to think about this though. If you had to keep this one car for the rest of your life, what kind of fuel would you put in that car? Would you give it the lower grade, the cheap stuff, or would you give it the higher grade fuel?
The
Premium.
highest grade.
You know it. And how about ongoing maintenance? Would you skip those checkups or would you go in every time you needed maintenance done? Would that be a priority for you? How about washing
Absolutely.
it? Checking the tires? Would you go easy on the engine or would you even park it a little bit of extra distance away so it wouldn't get dinged in the parking lot? How would you treat that car?
Well, if it's my only car ever, then it would be like my baby.
You know it. It'd be like your baby. Now, I want you to think about this. What if you only had one body for the rest of your life? How would you treat that body? What kind of fuel would you put in that body? Would you give it regular maintenance? Would you make sure that it had what it needed to run well every day of your life? That is what we want to equip you with today. All right, Casey, this is the state of America, the harsh truth of the state of America. There is a book that I have right here called Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means. She's a Stanford educated surgeon, and she recently published a book called Good Energy. And it's one of the most comprehensive, well-researched resources in explaining our general wellness landscape, as well as identifying the core issues in our failing health. And so we're going to look at some of the research that she shares here on this slide. So just looking at a few of the points on this slide, 74% of our population are overweight or obese. So when you walk down the beach, you can see this. 50% of Americans are expected to have cancer in their lifetime. And you guys, on our Zoom today, we're almost at that point of the people on our Zoom. So it is very real. Heart disease, which is almost totally preventable, is the leading cause of death. So what's happening with our youth is heartbreaking, and it impacts everybody. It's not an overstatement to say that we have a health crisis in our nation. According to Dr. Means, the core issue for our failing health starts at the cellular level. And here are the top 10 causes for metabolic health failure. So chronic overnutrition, you can think of this as eating too much of the wrong foods, like processed foods. Nutrient deficiencies, that's not having enough of the right nutrition like proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Microbiome issues, this refers to your gut. Sedentary lifestyles, we spend too much of our time sitting still instead of moving our bodies. Chronic stress, our calendars are filled to the brim and we overschedule ourselves. Busy defines our lifestyle. Medications and drugs, and we're going to talk more about that soon. Sleep deprivation, we're not getting enough sleep and we don't get enough quality sleep. Toxins and pollutants, I want you to think about the toxins that are sprayed in our food, our grass, and in our air. Think about the endocrine disruptors in our personal care products and the toxic chemicals in our cleaning supplies. So we do live in a toxic world. Artificial light, this is referring to our phones, our TVs, and our laptop screens. And then thermoneutrality, we aren't exposed to enough extreme temperature changes, so our bodies don't adapt as well. So which of these are true for you and your family? What would you say? Too many screens for me.
Yeah, probably the screens would be the highest on my list.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then I want to talk, we're going to personalize this a little bit further, and we're going to do a brief health assessment using the chat feature. What areas of your life, of your health, would you like to address? So you can put in the chat the numbers that correspond to the areas that you would like to learn more about. So how about digestive issues. Who struggles with digestive issues? Maybe it's someone, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone in your household.
Mine is this.
Number 2, headaches, pain, and inflammation. That was definitely me. Immunity issues. Maybe you're that person that always gets sick when something goes around. Stress and anxiety. Number 5, energy and stamina. Number 6, sleep issues. Maybe you have trouble falling asleep and maybe you have trouble staying asleep. And then number 7, blood sugar regulation. And then there are other things that are not on here as well, but it could be maybe blood pressure or cardiometabolic numbers like that as well. But go ahead and pop in the chat the areas that are a struggle for you or someone in your family. Okay. Most people take the modern approach to medicine. So we're going to contrast the two of them. Although we're starting to see a shift in that. In the modern approach, the symptoms of the disease are often the focus, not the root causes. So solutions are over-the-counter and prescription pharmaceuticals, and these can be filled with synthetic and toxic ingredients, many of which have known as well as unknown side effects. And this is a $6.5 trillion industry. And the question is, are we any healthier? According to the CDC, 90% of healthcare spending goes to managing chronic disease. Yikes. Contrast that with the natural approach. The focus is on finding root causes and supporting major body systems so that the body can heal itself. Many times, this approach can have fewer side effects and long-term risks. Now, something that makes doTERRA unique is that we aim to be a bridge between both of these approaches because they're both warranted and necessary. So we're going to talk about nutrient deficiency now. One of the root causes that Dr. Means mentioned is poor cellular health due to nutrient deficiency. So we're going to illustrate here. How many apples do you think that you would need to eat today to get the same nutrition from one apple from 1950? You can put your guess in the chat.
4.
How many apples do you think you'd have to eat today?
Deb says 4. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with like 50.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I hope you're wrong.
I know, but I'm just.
This is a really unfortunate, but the answer is actually 100.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So because of the introduction of major pesticides in 1950, we now have larger crops, but with much less nutrition in our food. Our food supply, which used to be our main source of vitamins and minerals, has been heavily compromised due to pesticides, soil depletion, shifts in farming practices, and then also the use of artificial sweeteners, dyes, and seed oils. According to the Environmental Working Group, 95% of us are deficient in vitamin D. 94% are deficient in vitamin E, 61% deficient in magnesium, and these are crucial hormones and vitamins in our bodies. And when we have those deficiencies, then it's going to vary what happens in our bodies. Everybody is a little bit different, but these are some of the problems that result from nutrient deficiencies. Inflammation, headaches, poor sleep, foggy thinking, lack of energy, digestive issues, hormone imbalances, low immunity. Sound familiar to what some of the struggles that we have are? Yeah, there's no wonder. Remember this, poor nutrition is the #1 cause of poor health. Raise your hand if you use a supplement. Okay. Could be the A, B, C, D supplements, the alphabet supplements, I like to call them. Maybe you take a multivitamin or an omega. I'm going to we're going to have a quick peek at the supplement industry. There was a study by the FDA from 2007 to 2016, and they detected contaminants in 776 different dietary supplements. Yikes. Produced by 146 different companies. So lots of doctoring going on. And then there was a study of the leading memory supplement on the market, and it found that 2 out of 3 of them didn't even contain the active ingredient that they listed on their own label. Yes. So here's the problem. The supplement industry is not heavily regulated. It can contain a lot of fillers and not much of the actual ingredient. So this creates a struggle. Our diet is deficient in nutrients, so we have to supplement, but it's hard to know which supplements to trust. Let me give you a couple of tips when it comes to looking at supplements. There are two important things that you need to understand about supplements. The first is bioavailability. Bioavailability refers to how much of the supplement is available for your body to use. As we just heard, many supplements are filled with synthetics and fillers. Those are ingredients that your body cannot use, and sometimes those ingredients can be actually more harmful than they are good. The average supplement on the market today is only 20 to 30% bioavailable. When a supplement's not absorbed, it simply passes through the body and it results in bright yellow and oftentimes expensive urine. Bioretention refers to the amount of time the supplement stays in your bloodstream for the body to experience continued support. If your body is simply passing the supplement through, you won't experience benefits from the supplement throughout the day. So your goal should be to have a supplement that's high in both of these areas. We're going to circle back now to Dr. Means, and we're going to talk about her conclusion. She ended up concluding that nourishing cells was the single most important thing every American should focus on to improve health conditions. She said that you can do this by eating nutrient-rich foods, moving your body every day, and managing stress. And I love that this perfectly aligns with what we at doTERRA teach through our wellness pyramid. So on the right side of this chart, you'll see our wellness pyramid. When you take care of the foundation of your health, many symptoms in the upper levels of the pyramid begin to disappear. So today we're going to tackle the most critical part of your health, and that is the foundation. Foundational health for your body includes your nutrition, so think protein, healthy fats, fruits and vegetables. It also includes digestion, and that's breaking down your foods. It also includes elimination. So elimination refers to the body's ability to get rid of toxins through bowel movements, urination, sweating, and exhaling. Those are all really important to foundational wellness. So doTERRA's answer to foundational wellness, we have a couple of different options, but I'm going to focus more heavily on the VMG Plus, but I'm going to also share about our Lifelong Vitality Pack, because that for years was doTERRA's #1 selling product on the market. And we are going to talk about wellness made simple here. We know that life is busy. We know that for new habits to be sustainable and successful, they need to be doable and also simple. So that's why doTERRA created a foundational wellness bundle that gives you 3 products that intentionally target nutrition, digestion, and elimination. For your nutrition and digestion, you have VMG Plus and your Omegas, which is available in the US market. If for Canadian customers, we only have the Lifelong Vitality available, and Lifelong Vitality is still available in the US and very popular as well. Also then for digestion and elimination, we're going to share more about PB Restore. It's our top selling probiotic recommendation. And now we're going to talk a little bit more about each of these products. So for those who are okay taking pills, Lifelong Vitality is fantastic. I actually started on this product for about a year until doTERRA launched the newer powdered version that I'm going to talk about next. But I can't not talk about these because these supplements actually changed my life. So it includes a food nutrient, a cellular repair complex, and omegas, which we're going to talk more about shortly. And it would be the foundation of your health house. It fills the nutrient buckets that your body is often lacking. It contains powerful antioxidants to help protect your DNA, and it is 95% bioavailable. Yep, remember that bioavailability, that's crucial. So this means that your body can recognize and use the supplements that you're taking. This product line has gotten more people off of their prescription drugs than anything else at doTERRA. Clinical trials from Lifelong Vitality, doTERRA loves research. And in fact, doTERRA's research budget is the same as many major universities. Our chief medical officer is a world-renowned pediatric infectious disease doctor. And clinical trials were done with individuals and taking Lifelong Vitality. And the results are based on blood work taken after a 60-day period. All individuals continued with their normal diet and exercise. And so these are some pretty remarkable results. Every single, all of the participants showed statistically significant improvement in their cardiovascular numbers, like their blood lipids and triglycerides. And they also had improvement in their inflammation markers, as well as their fasting insulin. There were positive impacts on antioxidants and inflammation, blood glucose regulation, and the like. And most people felt better, had clearer mental health, or mental clarity, had energy, balance, control, motivation, and happiness as well. So we consider lifelong vitality to be part of our new food budget. It runs about $28 a bottle. And if you purchase it through our customer rewards program, you get points on every order that you purchase to get products for free. So lifelong vitality was great, but then what we found was pill fatigue. And so people got tired of taking pills. And so doTERRA came up with a solution that I think is even better. And that is called VMG Plus. So it stands for vitamins, minerals, and greens plus. And we have a new thinner packet on this, which I love the packaging. They just introduced it this month. It has 90 whole food ingredients. It has all of your vitamins, all of your minerals, all of your greens, and essential oils in one special packet. And what is so important about this is it has all the correct cofactors. So if you're taking vitamin D, but you're not taking it with vitamin K2, then you're actually peeing out the D. Yeah, I see Debbie nodding. Yes. So we have the right cofactors in this so that your body can actually absorb what it's taking. And what's great is that in one packet, you only take it once a day. So it's very easy to incorporate. It helps with pill fatigue and it fills your nutrition buckets every single day. It is 10 times more absorbable than other brands on the market. A test on the market showed 91% of the supplement remained active and useful in the body 8 hours after you took it. So that refers to that bioretention. And it tastes amazing. It has a pineapple mango flavor, so it's very easy to incorporate into your life. And back to the research studies, this is my favorite factoid. Preliminary research showed that VMG Plus reduced biological age by an average of nearly 2 years after just 6 weeks of use. So talk about aging in reverse. We're going to share a little bit of testimonials from the VMG Plus. So what I noticed when taking the VMG Plus is the energy. I had a customer recently, she texted me just a couple days ago and she said, Sarah, well, do you want the good news or the bad news? She's like, I'm going to start with this. I forgot to take my VMG for a couple of days. And then after a couple of days, I was so sluggish, I could barely even get out of bed. She said, so I took my VMG in the morning. It was a good reminder to myself to take it. And she's like, I had great energy the whole day long. And she said, I know that the supplements are working for me. Both my husband and I noticed that we had great stamina. It wasn't like frenzied energy, but excellent stamina. For me, I noticed that I had better mental clarity. I noticed I had better balance and control. And I noticed for my husband, he's much happier, much more cheerful person, and he can be cranky. So this was key for me. Lisa and Cindy, do you want to share a little bit about what the VMG Plus has done for you?
Well, this is the product that I started using right after my surgery. I wished I'd have started using it before the surgery, but I can honestly say I think this is what has contributed to me not being so sluggish after a radiation treatment.
Mm, yes.
And it does taste good.
Yeah, love it. Thanks, Lisa. Cindy?
I have been taking this for several months now, along with the collagen together, first thing in the morning. And I noticed that I have more energy. I use the bathroom regularly. Um, I have been under a lot of stress, and I have not gotten sick. I did have to have a down weekend just because I wouldn't say I was just tired because my neighbor here can attest to it. I have been going, and um, so it was just a little overwhelming. But and I want to say probably the other thing too is my brain fog. Um, it has definitely improved. I shared earlier about my family being on it. My mom has the beginning of dementia, and we started her on this about a month ago with some other things. And she definitely, her tiredness, she's got more energy. And she's able to find words better now than she used to. So we're starting to notice a difference with that and some other things she's doing as well.
That's fantastic. That's huge. Yes. Dementia is a concern for everybody these days, like wanting to fend that off as long as possible. So
Right.
one of the things that I'll say about the VMG Plus as well. So it's one thing to feel good, but I wanted to know, okay, how about my numbers? How am I looking at the doctor? So when I went to my first checkup with Lifelong Vitality, I had great numbers. And she said, whatever you're doing and whatever you're taking, keep doing it and keep taking it. And I thought, okay, I'll just keep doing that. And they had launched VMG Plus, and I couldn't believe that my numbers were even better. I didn't have a single deficiency, not one deficiency on any of the vitamins or minerals or anything that my body was needing. She said my triglycerides were among the best ratio that she'd ever seen for someone my age. And my A1C was better than anyone that she had seen in months. So she was very impressed and was like, whatever you're doing and whatever you're taking, keep doing it and keep taking it. So I'm thrilled about that as well. All right, VMG Plus is an amazing value. So each of these packets comes in at about $3 a day. Okay, so I want you to think about all of the things that you can include in this to maybe look at it as eliminating some of the other things that you're already purchasing. So whether you're taking a multivitamin or greens powders, superfood powders, methylated B vitamins, I'm going to share this. All of doTERRA's vitamins are methylated, and that means that the B vitamins are in a format that your body can recognize and utilize. And about half the population has a gene that makes it hard for them to absorb B vitamins. And so they need to be in a methylated fashion. So doTERRA just took on the expense of doing that in our supplements so that they're in a useful form. Many people take a vitamin C or an antioxidant, calcium, iron, all these. I was that person that had the graveyard drawer full of supplements, and we would just add another one. Oh, somebody said you're supposed to take CoQ10. Okay, so we'll add that on. That was us in our household. So we have saved quite a bit of money by including all of that in this 90 ingredient little packet that tastes amazing.
Can I share one more thing real quick? I'm sorry. This is another thing that I've noticed is, and I don't know if it's the VMG or collagen or both, but because of my cancer in my right femur, my left hip has had some issues, and my inflammation is when I eat right and take this regularly. I've noticed over the last few months that I'm not having that pain and inflammation. So it's got to be this. This is the only thing I've done different.
So good. Yes. And remember, it does reduce those inflammation markers. So, or it helps with those inflammation markers. So that's fantastic. Okay. The second part of our foundational wellness bundle includes omegas. Okay. Did you know that 90% of heart health issues can be changed with lifestyle changes, including introducing omegas in your daily routine? doTERRA's, who takes an omega? Raise your hand if you take an omega. Okay.
I
Um,
take this one.
Me too.
Excellent. Yes. doTERRA's omegas have 2,000 milligrams of fish oil and a very high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, including EPA and DHA. And if you were to get your required omega-3 fatty acids, you would need to consume at least 2 cans of tuna every single day. And nobody's doing that, or at least I'm not doing that. But what I love about Omega Plus is it has wild orange essential oil in it. And that is included to help with absorption and bioavailability. It also keeps it from growing rancid, like many other omegas on the market. And it also makes it taste good. You can actually even chew these omegas and they don't burp at you. So I love that. Even kids take these and ask for them. And omegas are crucial for cardiovascular support. The research shows that blood pressure for people taking our omegas decreased by 42% after 8 weeks of taking our omegas, and resting heart rates decreased by 16%. So that's a lot less pressure on your coronary system. And therefore, the risk of coronary heart disease also decreased by 35% after introducing our omegas into your life. It also helps your brain health, your eyes, every cell in the body needs omegas to function properly. And the third part of the foundational wellness bundle includes our probiotic. The gut plays a very vital role in overall health and well-being. It's often called the second brain, and it houses up to 80% of our immunity. So, did you know that 50 to 60% of mental health issues get addressed when the gut is supported and healthy? That's pretty amazing. PB Restore is our probiotic. It has 30 different strains of pre, pro, and postbiotics, and it also includes bacteriophages. Those are all 4 parts of the probiotic. And we're the only ones on the market that have all 4 parts of it. It puts the healthy bacteria back into the body so that it can function optimally. And it has a double encapsulation. If you look at the capsule design on the right side of this, it has a double encapsulation delivery system that releases billions of healthy intestinal flora into your digestive system. Other probiotics die off in the harsh stomach acid, but our patented capsule helps deliver the probiotics where they're needed. Every single one of us has a war going on in our gut, and we want the healthy bacteria to crowd out the unhealthy bacteria. And that's what this does. All right, foundational wellness, what you've just seen is foundational wellness made simple. And with 3 simple products, you'll build the foundation to your health house that will allow you to build strong and steady for years to come. Now, for those of you who want more targeted solutions, we're going to talk about Cindy's favorite product and maybe Lisa's too, but here are 3 optional add-ons that you might consider. The first one is our number 2 selling product, which is our MetaPower Advantage Collagen. That's kind of doing it a disservice to say it's a collagen product because it's really so much more than that. It has 9 different types of marine collagen. Most collagens on the market have 1 or 2, but this has 9. It won the 2023 award for the best collagen on the market. It is freeze-dried, so that means it's bioavailable the second you open it. If you have a tub of collagen at home like I used to, by the time you got to the bottom of that tub, guess how much of it is bioavailable? None of it.
None.
So this is freeze-dried for that purpose. It is 12 times more absorbable because of the tripeptides that are included in this, and it has an amazing molecule in here called NMN. And NMN, you can do a little research at nmn.com. It is Harvard. They're doing research at Harvard University studying NMN and its role in reversing the aging process in cells. So when you take NMN, you are literally aging in reverse. And I'm going to show you some before and after pictures in just a minute. The second product I want you to know about is our Zendocrine complex for detoxification. Many people include this product in their first 30 days because with the foundational wellness bundle, there are a lot of powerful ingredients going on in there, and the organs need a little bit more support. So if you include this in your order, it helps support your liver, your colon, and your kidneys so that they can handle the additional nutrients that you're bringing into the body. And it also can help with pooping as well. So if you're struggling with regularity, Zendocrine is helpful with that. And because remember, we talked about the importance of elimination so that you've got the exhaust. It's like the exhaust system for your car. You have an exhaust system in your body, and you want to support the exhaust system. And finally, Terrazyme is our digestive enzyme product. Many of you do not have 1 to 2 bowel movements a day, which is a necessary part of our foundational wellness. And so Terrazyme can also be helpful and supportive. It helps break down the foods that very often people struggle to digest, like gluten and soy and dairy and the like. Okay. Now, remember I promised those before and after pictures, and Cindy talked about them as well. So our friend Amy is actually on the left. She tried the collagen for 60 days and noticed a big difference in her pore size and her skin's texture and just overall glow and health. I am in the middle and on the right, and I had a dramatic weight loss that comes with sagging skin. And so look at the difference in just 3 months of using the MetaPower Advantage collagen. I was pretty blown away by this. And what my improvement, even up to a year afterwards, is even greater. So But I wanted to show how quickly this product can work for all of us. And I promise you, I don't even know how to retouch a photo. So these are actual images for sure. And what we noticed from the collagen is not just both Amy and not just improvements from our skin and hair and nails, but our balance and also our cardiovascular numbers. These can help with lowering cholesterol and helping with A1C as well. Okay, as we wrap up the presentation now, we're going to be connecting with you individually after this presentation. And if you're interested in getting one of the foundational wellness bundles, you're going to get an added benefit, and that is free oils as a result of purchasing the foundational wellness bundles. So as I mentioned, we're the world leader in essential oils and the top company in the world. And one of the things that makes our supplements so effective is that we use essential oils in them. And we're the only ones who do. And the essential oils are actually crucial to help with the bioavailability. We have an introduction to essential oils class once a month. And so if that's something that's of interest to you, let your wellness advocate know, and we can get you an invitation to that class or a replay of that class if you prefer. Now, in the year 2025, for every month that you order the Foundational Wellness Bundle, you're going to get a free 5 milliliter bottle of one of doTERRA's top 10 essential oils. So every month after month, you're going to get that free oil. And by the end of the year, you'll have a medicine cabinet of our top 12 oils in it to be able to take care of all kinds of things, basically all of your medicine cabinet needs in there. You're also going to get a free shaker bottle and with your first purchase of Foundational Wellness. And that's going to also include it's a glass shaker bottle. And then we also have a free peppermint oil for you. Peppermint oil is definitely one of my top 3 oils that I use all the time. It saved my life while driving because I put it under my nose and it keeps me awake rather than taking caffeine or anything. It also cools you off at the back, put it on the back of my neck all the time whenever I'm having a hot flash. Useful for digestion and everything. Okay. And then I want to invite you also to join our customer group. So Cindy or Lisa can get you an invitation to this group, or I can actually post it in the chat if you'd like to join our wellness community. You can just answer the questions, and that way we know that you're not a bot, and we'll get you included in our amazing customer group. This is a great place for questions, for testimonials, and all kinds of valuable solutions for your health and wellness. And for those of you, as we're wrapping up the presentation portion, I want to just encourage you and invite you to stay for a little bit of more information about the doTERRA business. So, because we're going to do a 15-minute overview now. Okay, and thank you to everyone who can't stay for that portion. We're grateful to have you, and I'm grateful that you took a little bit of time to look at ways to support your health with natural solutions. And Cindy or Lisa will be following up with you very shortly to see how we can help you with your own personal needs on that. Okay, so we're going to shift gears and talk a little bit about the doTERRA business. And we're going to share a little bit more about doTERRA's business model and the compensation plan and how they're set up. Essentially, this business is designed to create a pipeline, a financial pipeline for you. So what exactly do I mean by that? I'm going to give you an example. There was a woman who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day she hauled water from the nearest source to her distant village. And if she needed more money, she'd simply work longer hours to haul more buckets of water. After many years, she grew tired of hauling buckets, and then inspiration came. If she used her spare time to build a pipeline, she could eventually create a new kind of financial opportunity to be free from hauling the buckets. She labored diligently for a few years to build her pipeline, and the day she turned on the spigot, everything changed. She successfully created an unlimited supply of water. She improved her villagers' lifestyles, and she secured her own financial future. Her entire life changed. Essentially, when you're hauling buckets, you're exchanging dollars for hours. And this is most jobs out there, including most sales jobs. This ensures that you continue to haul those buckets. It's hours worked in exchange for dollars paid. Contrast that to doTERRA's compensation plan and business model, which allows you to build your financial pipeline as you build your business. We're going to talk a little bit about the importance of residual income. We're going to talk for a second about investing and retirement. And this is near and dear to my heart as I'm getting up there in age and just thinking about my future. Creating a pipeline that generates cash flow is extremely valuable. And here's how. If you wanted to earn $250 in monthly residual income, you would need to invest $60,000 today at 5% interest. So right now, if you invested $60,000 in retirement, you could earn $250 a month in residual income. Now, that is the amount that most doTERRA elites are earning on average, and that's the first leadership rank in doTERRA. And so let's go a little bit higher than that. Let's say that you would love to be earning $2,500 per month. Well, that's what the average silver leader in doTERRA is earning monthly. And in order to do that, you would need to invest $600,000 today in order to get that $2,500 a month in residual income. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $600,000 sitting around for investing. Let's talk about what $5,000 a month would do for you and your family. This is the income level that is doTERRA's gold level. And in order to be earning that in your retirement, you would need to have invested $1.2 million upfront. And that's a lot of it. That's a lot of money. The average time to build to the gold rank in doTERRA is about 2 years. So if you look at the next 2 years, would you prefer spending time hauling buckets or creating a pipeline of residual income? Now, a little bit about some income disclosures. This graphic is a little bit outdated because some of the companies on here are no longer in business. There's been quite a shakeup in the direct selling industry. But we wanted to show you how doTERRA compares visually to other companies. We know not everyone is driven by income, but it is necessary to live our lives, and that's why we highlight it. The questions we often get asked are, is this real? Can this happen for me? Can I be successful? These are very fair questions to ask. So what are you looking at here? You're looking at the top 6 ranks within the company and the average annual payouts at those rank levels. And when you look at doTERRA, it's helpful to know that 100 people have reached the very top rank in doTERRA. And for the second rank, where you see that the average payout is about $500,000 a year, there are over 350 people who have reached that rank. And for rank number 3, that's our diamond rank. Over 1,000 people have achieved that rank of diamond, and the average is earning about $200,000 a year. And the last one I'll mention is rank number 4, that is platinum. And there are well over 1,000 people at that rank of platinum, earning about $135,000 a year. So that's pretty impressive. What does that reveal about doTERRA? Well, it's not just a handful of people that are succeeding here. There are many. And I'm so grateful that I joined doTERRA. It's amazing to help people with their health and wellness because there's nothing more personal and nothing really more important for people. When you have your health, you have everything. So it's a privilege to be able to help people with their health and wellness. And it's a side benefit to get paid as well, which is great. doTERRA is an amazing business partner, and doTERRA offers natural solutions for today's most pressing health needs. At the beginning of our class, you had heard that 70% of Americans have a metabolic disorder. Over 50% of children are overweight. 70% of young people are unfit for military service. This is staggering, and it should be a huge cause of concern for every single one of us. And doTERRA has solutions to address this health epidemic, I'll say, not a pandemic. doTERRA's products are proven and highly effective, and you heard about that tonight as our presentation. Our customers are exceedingly loyal. Our average customer retention rate is 75%. That's almost unheard of in this industry. And the industry average for retention is usually around 13 to 18%. So to have a 75% customer retention rate is amazing. It lets us know that our customers need our products, they love our products, and they find the products affordable. With inflation impacting families and expenses continuing to rise, families are faced with pressure to find additional streams of income. And I love that doTERRA allows you flexibility to fit this into your life, allow your family to live a wellness lifestyle that so many desire, allows you to partner with us in creating a stream of income. And you can partner with a team like ours. We have incredible resources and support, so you're never alone in this business. And last but not least, doTERRA has the best commissions payout in the industry amongst any direct selling companies. Most companies pay out around 40%. doTERRA pays out 48% of every single dollar that comes in the door, and that's on global sales. So that's pretty generous. And I love that they're very transparent about income as well. So if you would like to learn more about what doTERRA offers, talk with Cindy, talk with Lisa, talk with me, and we'd love to share with you further about how this might be a good fit for you and for your family. And we also have a learn more Zoom like this, and we would be glad to give you an invitation to that as well. Okay. Any questions that we have about our products or about the business before I wrap up
Do you
the
have any-
presentation?
I do.
Hold on, Deb's got some
So
questions.
the like you were mentioning D3, so D3 needs to be combined, with the K2 or MK7 and such so that it drives the calcium to the proper area of your body that you want it to be, the bone, aka your bones and such, rather than your arteries and such. So in the one
MG Plus?
mm-hmm, I know you were saying everything's kind of a formula to drive everything everywhere. And I'm not familiar with doTERRA as far as their supplements. I used to take it a long time ago when I was going to a med spa. I would do the essential oils and such, but the supplements are very new to me. So for doTERRA. So I'm just wondering, do they have, it sounds like they probably do, have everything formulated, even with collagen, you have to have some binders and things to drive it to the correct, collagen on its own can be dangerous if you don't have the correct partners with it and such. So, and I can do my own little research and stuff, but I just want to make sure after the research and everything that's in the product, it's, this is driving this and this is a binder for this and especially binders for the detox. If you detox without a binder, that can be a little dangerous too. So I guess my questions are, has all of that been taken into account and it's all in there?
Yes, Debbie, I love your question and I love your knowledge and your knowledge base. We can probably learn a lot from you. doTERRA, I have been so impressed with every single technical question like that. We have answers. So we have a team of 17 medical professionals. Some of them are still even practicing medicine. Some of are research focused, and everything that they put in the formula has a very important purpose to help with bioavailability, bioretention. And so we have very detailed, one of our doTERRA doctors, Dr. Riggs, he just did a class and shared the slides and the details of why this is in there, why this is in there, why this is in there. And Cindy can show you on doTERRA's website that we have what's called the product information page, the PIP. That is a much more detailed.
Gotta write that down.
So there, when you type in VMG Plus, you'll get all of the ingredients. You'll get all of the blend, like what the essential oil blends that are in there and why. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see product information page. That is the PIP that is the explicit ingredient list and everything that's in there and why.
Okay, good. Thanks.
So how would I find this PIP page? Just if you could, I'm on the website and I go to the specific product.
Yep, type in VMG Plus.
Okay.
And what's nice is I don't even
I
think you
think
have to
it's
log
down
in
at the bottom,
because
right?
you can, yeah, doTERRA is so transparent. You don't even have to log in for this because they're proud of every single ingredient that they put in here. So it will give you the overview information, the benefits, all of the ingredients, including the different blends that you'll see in there. And then at the bottom, you'll keep scrolling down. You'll have FAQs and then keep going down. There are more videos that you can watch in here as well, but all the way down at the very bottom where it says useful resources, you'll see product information page.
Okay.
And then you'll have even more, like this is more like scientific and a full ingredient list on there.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
you bet. What other questions can I answer?
So I'm actually
So,
oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
So I'm actually seeing my endocrinologist on Thursday, have a glucose issue, and I'm able to get metabolic syndrome. It's usually you have glucose plus the triglycerides plus the cholesterol. I've been able to knock down my cholesterol and my triglycerides with berberine and red rice yeast. Those are great. Can't get a hold of that glucose. So I'm almost toying with the idea of starting one of these, getting off my metformin.
Yes.
Yeah, so I am on metformin right now, but I don't have the gut issues. I eat pretty healthy. So I don't have the gut issues that some people can. So I'm just kind of like toying in my idea. My brain right now is like I'm seeing her in 2 days and it's like um so I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Have you ever worked with somebody who is currently on glucose meds?
So, yes, and I think that what I'm going to recommend for you is to, Cindy, I would recommend that you share with Debbie my healthy weight management workshop.
Okay.
And it shares my journey, but the whole focus of it is reducing your blood sugar spikes. So it's not only products, but it's practical tips. So there'll be several things that you can incorporate into your life. Several of the tips come from, well, I love the book Good Energy, but I used a lot of my knowledge is from the Whole30 way of eating, and then also the Glucose Revolution. I don't know if you've read that book, but it's fantastic. And the tips are life-changing for you for reducing your blood sugar spikes. And that's what my physician was particularly impressed with. She's like, man, your A1C looks amazing. And so there have been several people on our team that have benefited from those tips and have changed their A1C.
I'm gonna try to find an old photo of you. I'm on your Facebook page. I could go to
Oh,
mine,
here's
but
what you can do.
do you
If
have
you
one handy?
Yeah, do you want to see? Oh goodness.
Yeah, we want to see. Can you
Hold
share?
on. I'm going to stop. Should I stop the recording? Yeah, let me stop the recording. Hold on.
Okay.